I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Brewers vs. Phillies. My team pick is Brewers to win. The Brewers played effectively versus the Phillies last season, winning 4 of 6 games overall and taking 2 of 3 in Philadelphia. Milwaukee has won 4 of their previous 5 games against the Phillies. The Brewers rank in the top 5 in the league in both OBP and OPS, so look for them to have ample opportunity to score throughout the contest. The Brewers have excelled on the road this year, winning almost 60% of their games and taking 2 of 3 from the Red Sox in Boston during their last road series. They have also won 4 straight games overall. Adding to the Phillies' woes in this contest, Milwaukee's pitching staff has produced a 3.49 ERA with a 1.28 WHIP in 31 games played away from their home stadium. They are currently ranked 9th in the majors in ERA on the road. Milwaukee has been excellent against the spread this year, winning at a 58.1% clip. The Phillies have struggled a bit recently, losing 50% of their games in the past week. The stats and trends strongly support a Milwaukee victory on the road in the first game of the series. My total pick is under 8.5 runs. Wheeler has been effective versus Brewers hitters in his career, producing a 2.68 ERA in 9 starts against them. All 3 of the games played between these two squads in Philadelphia last season went under the run total, with only 19 runners crossing the plate during the 3-game set. The Brewers' offense has struggled at Citizens Bank Park, producing a lean .199 batting average with a .286 slugging percentage over their previous 6 games there. The Phillies have an elite pitching staff this season, ranking 2nd in the league in ERA with 3.02. They have limited their opponents to 3 runs or less in 4 of their previous 6 home games. Milwaukee also has a solid staff this year, ranking in the top 10 in several key pitching categories, so look for the Brewers to slow down the Philly offense in this series. The Brewers have gone under the run total in 5 of their previous 6 road games, and their pitchers have limited their opponents to 3 runs or less in 4 or 5. Philadelphia has pushed or gone under the run total in 4 straight. Most signs point to a lower scoring affair in Philadelphia on Monday evening. Mets vs. Nationals. My team pick is Nationals moneyline. Should both pitchers produce at the quality rate they have been thus far into the 2024 season, I expect this to be a tight game with runs coming at a premium. Betting on Washington this year has been good for the business of betting, while wagering on the Mets has been a disaster at this point. The Mets have gone 3-7 in their last 10 and Washington has won 3 of their last 5. I trust Washington to get the job done at home against a shaky Mets squad. My total pick is under 8 runs. Both pitchers have done incredibly well thus far into the season, and although Medjold has only had 3 starts in the season, he faced arguably the best lineup in baseball and shut them down in 7 innings. Until either pitcher gives me a reason to bet against them, I'm taking the under. These two teams have hit the under in 6 of their last 10 meetings, and Washington has hit the under in 3 of their last 4 overall. Both offenses are nowhere near the top in runs scored in the National League as well, prompting me to take the under. Orioles vs. Blue Jays. My team pick is Blue Jays moneyline. The Orioles have not only commanded this matchup, but they'll be facing a pitcher in Gausman that has been the most erratic at home, and opponents have been hitting better than .275 anytime he's been on the mound. The Orioles have continued to find a way to drive runners home, and their league-leading home run rate will only add further fuel. Rodriguez has tossed well in night games this season, and he continues to strike out more batters than innings pitched. Look for the Orioles to take Game 1 on the road. My total pick is over 7.5 runs. Both of these pitchers have been hittable in their respective home/away settings, and, as alluded to, the Orioles lead the league in home run rate. Toronto is coming off a stronger May month where they hit more home runs and had a higher batting average than their season benchmark. With the Blue Jays' ability to remain disciplined at the plate, they should be able to take advantage of any errant throws from Rodriguez. Tigers versus Rangers. My team pick is Rangers minus 1.5 runs. This game features two impressive starters in Nathan Eovaldi and Tarik Skubal. The two pitchers are going to breeze through the lineups at least twice on Monday night. Expect a real low-scoring game, which means individual offensive brilliance will be needed to break the deadlock. I am taking the Rangers because of their offense inside their home field. They have scored the 10th most runs, and they have struck out the 6th fewest amount of times. Keeping the ball in play will help Texas score some runs. Only a couple of runs could be the difference on Monday night. My total pick is under 7.5 runs. The Rangers and the Tigers are starting two great pitchers that have dominated opposing lineups. Detroit has also been hitting it poorly with a batting average of .220 against American League West teams so far. Texas is also struggling against the American League Central Division with an average of .225. Cardinals versus Astros. My team pick is Cardinals plus 1.5 runs. This is one of those rare spots where I think it's worth a play on the underdog plus 1.5 runs. I've been impressed with Kyle Gibson's recent run, where he's posted a 0.90 ERA over his last two starts, 10.0 IP. Furthermore, the Cardinals have been playing pretty good baseball, going 13-5 over their last 18 games. Meanwhile, the Astros haven't looked sharp this year, starting just 26-34. There's no way we can lay a minus 164 money line with Houston, not with how they've played this year. The issue with Houston has been their offense lately, which is averaging only 2.7 runs per game over their last 9 games. I simply don't trust their offense to stretch this lead out and cover the run line, so I'll ride with the Cardinals. My total pick is under 8.5 runs. I'm also expecting a lower scoring game on Monday, which plays well with our Cardinals plus 1.5 bet. It is Verlander getting the nod on Monday, and that's likely why Houston is such a large favorite. The right-hander has found some success against the current St. Louis lineup, limiting them to a slash line of just .152/.200/.303 over 33 at-bats. That includes Paul Goldschmidt, 0-6, and Nolan Arenado, 3-10, going a combined 3-16.188. I think it's realistic that both starters post quality starts, giving us a chance to hit the under as the game goes on. Finally, I think it's worth pointing out that both bullpens are top half units. Houston is 11th in ERA, 3.66, and 14th in WHIP, 1.27, while St. Louis is 16th in ERA, 3.92, and 15th in WHIP, 1.28. At this number of 8.5 runs, I think the best play is on the under. Let's sit back and watch these two veterans go to work. Reds versus Rockies. My team pick is Reds to win. The Colorado Rockies have been too inconsistent to feel comfortable in terms of their ability to win games. When looking at how these starting pitchers have done in May, Abbott went 2-2 with a 3.30 ERA and a .241 opposing batting average in 30.0 innings, 5 starts, while Feltner went 0-2 with a 5.88 ERA and a .298 batting average against in 26.0 innings, 5 starts. The bullpens are on two completely different levels throughout the year, as the Reds are 13th with a 3.72 reliever ERA while the Rockies are dead last with a 5.02 bullpen ERA. Go with the Cincinnati Reds to pick up a win on the road here. My total pick is under 10.5 runs. When looking at the previous 6 games, these offenses have been struggling to score many runs, as Cincinnati is averaging 3.67 runs per game while Colorado is scoring 4.5 runs per game in that span. Neither offense has been doing extremely well in terms of hitting with runners in scoring position, as the Rockies are ninth with a .759 team OPS with runners in scoring position, while the Reds are 13th with a .739 team OPS in those situations. All in all, go with under 10.5 runs in this game. Padres versus Angels. My team pick is San Diego to win. On paper, this one should be a dominant series from the San Diego Padres, and with their 19-11 record on the road this season and the Angels posting just a 7-21 record at home, things aren't looking good for the home team. While the head-to-head matchup sits at 5-5 in their past 10 overall meetings, but the Padres have come out winners in the last 4, outscoring Los Angeles 31-16, and with the Angels dropping 9 of their past 11 games, this should be another. My total pick is over 8 runs. This game, to start an intriguing series, could go either way, but with one team ranking first in baseball in batting average and the other having the 28th best team ERA, the offense could be on a roll here, with 5 of their past 7 games seeing 10 or more combined runs scored. For the Padres, the over sits at 5-5 in their past 10 overall games, with 27 runs scored in their past 4 played on the road, and for the Angels, the over is also 5-5, with a whopping 52 runs allowed over that time. Giants versus Diamondbacks. My team pick is Arizona to win. These two split a 4-game set in San Francisco in mid-April, with only one of the games won by 2 runs or less. San Francisco is lined up for a bullpen game, and though that did work out in their favor last time in the form of a 1-0, 10-inning victory, their relievers as a whole have not been great by any means, with only 10 saves and a 4.35 ERA. While the D-backs haven't been exceptional at Chase Field this year, going 13-15, the Giants have been worse on the road, with 12-17 mark. If they hosts can get a decent enough outing out of Nelson, they should be in the driver's seat in this game. Arizona is 4-2 in their last 6 games against the Giants. My total pick is over 9 runs. The over went 2-1-1 in the first series between these two, with an average of 10.3 runs per game scored between them. There have been 56 games between the two teams this season that have hit the over. These two offenses sit in the top half of the league in terms of runs per game, so they're both capable of tacking on runs quickly. Then there is the pitching matchup, where the Giants will be forced to use a few arms while the D-backs hope that Nelson doesn't give up the ship once more. Prior to Sunday, the Giants' offense had scored 4 runs or more in 10 of 15 games. The D-backs' offense had back-to-back games of 9 or more runs prior to Sunday.